I convinced my family I was getting a BBL, so I booked a trip to Istanbul for dental veneers because my teeth looked like corn kernels, and I was tired of smiling with my mouth closed in photos. While grocery shopping with my mom, I casually mentioned I was going to Turkey for a small cosmetic procedure. Within 2 hours, she told Dad, who told my brother Joey, who told my sister Janae. That evening, they cornered me in the kitchen demanding details. I said it was none of their business. They should have dropped it. They didn't. At my uncle's birthday party that weekend, Mom clinked her champagne glass during cake time. I have an announcement, she said. Brisa's having secret cosmetic surgery in Turkey and won't tell us what. The entire party forgot about my uncle. Aunt Carol rushed over with a story about her coworker who went to Turkey for lipo and came back with an infection. Aunt Linda started examining my face, guessing what needed work. Janae pulled up my Instagram asking cousins what they thought I was fixing. Joey started a betting pool. Grandma kept asking if it was female troubles. For 3 weeks, my phone buzzed non-stop. Mom called daily fishing for details. The mailman even tried to get me to tell him. Even the Starbucks barista asked about my trip because Mom told her. That's when I decided if they wanted information this badly, I'd give them something to really talk about. I put down my fork at Sunday dinner, took a deep breath, and announced I might as well tell them since they wouldn't leave me alone. Everyone leaned forward. I'm getting a full mommy makeover, I said. BBL, breast augmentation, tummy tuck, the works. I'm gonna come back looking like a whole new person. Basically, I want to be snatched. Mom's fork clattered onto her plate. Janae's mouth fell open. Dad went completely pale. Joey just kept blinking like he was buffering. Grandma whispered, "What's a BBL?" And when Joey explained it meant Brazilian butt lift, she clutched her chest. Mom finally spoke. "You're getting surgery to look like those Instagram girls?" I nodded enthusiastically. The clinic specializes in the extreme hourglass look. They're giving me the full Kardashian treatment. Triple D implants, tiny waist, huge butt. I'm going full BBL baddie. Janae pulled out her phone and started frantically Googling. This clinic, is it even certified? What if you die on the table? Dad jumped in about how Turkey wasn't known for medical regulations. Mom was now openly weeping about how I was beautiful already. Joey kept showing everyone photos of surgery disasters on his phone. Grandma hadn't stopped praying since she learned what BBL stood for. Mom called every morning with new arguments. "Brisa, your body is a temple," she'd say. I'd respond, "Yeah, and temples get renovations." She'd counter with, "What if you die on the table?" And I'd say, "Then at least I'll have a nice butt in the casket." Dad offered to pay for any surgery I wanted in America. Mom brought our pastor to lunch to talk about accepting the body God gave me. Joey got creative with his deterrents. "What if they use cooking oil instead of medical implants?" I said, "Then at least I'll be organic." Grandma called crying about how men won't respect me. "Grandma, I want a butt that enters the room before I do. Respect is secondary." Grandma told everyone at church to pray for my soul and my future butt. I kept doubling down. I told them I was also getting face fillers, lip injections, and something called a fox eye lift. I showed them fake photos of the results I wanted, each more extreme than the last. Mom tried emotional manipulation. "What would your future children think?" I answered, "They'll be blessed that their mom is a baddie." Janae somehow found and called the actual clinic in Turkey. But since I gave her a fake name, they had no record of me. This only made her more panicked about me using some back alley operation. The morning of my flight, I got to the airport to find my entire family in the departure area. Mom was yelling at me, telling me I'd regret it. Security was giving them weird looks. Grandma was holding a poster of Jesus. They surrounded me at check-in. Mom grabbing my suitcase. Dad blocking the counter. Mom was sobbing that she'd rather have me alive with a flat butt than dead with a big one. The check-in agent looked terrified. Security started walking over. That's when Mom dropped to her knees, begging me not to go. I finally couldn't hold it anymore and started laughing, like hysterical, doubled over laughing. Between gasps, I managed to say I was getting dental veneers. Just teeth, nothing else. The silence was deafening. Mom stood up slowly. "Teeth?" Janie lowered her phone. "You're getting your teeth done?" Dad looked around at the scene they'd caused. Grandma said, "Thank you, Lord, for answering my prayers."